Hello and welcome back to Ube Trader. Today I will go through 12 stock that will have earning tomorrow, and one will be earning earlier than the rest because it's in UK. So I will go through BP first. Right, so look like it hit my target over there. Now let's see what's going on with BP. So many lines. Okay, so I will keep this red line and make it green because now it's become support. And short term look like we have just moving sideways for the past few months. Okay. All right, so look like it hit the top of the channel overbought both short and long term. So I expect 60% will come down to at least 33. 40% bounce. Let's see, where is the next level? I would say 36 or as high as, oh, so 36, 37. So 37. %. Okay. Yeah, if the number is, the thing is right now, because oil is not high, it's actually pretty low now. If it's actually coming back higher, it might go back to 40 level. So because the oil price is still low, you can see it kind of like just come back. It came back to the previous high and kind of like stays sideways. So not much for BP, except most likely we'll have a pullback and then maybe bounce again and break out. But if the number coming and outlook is actually decent to positive, it might break 37. Next we have Shopify. Okay, so look like it hit my target, actually went above on earning. And now let's see what's going on. Short term, we have something like this. Okay, so right now is at the middle of the channel overbought short or long term, so I expect a pullback to probably 148 at 60%. %, it might come back even higher. Wait a minute. So it is at all-time high already and testing the previous high. Okay, so look like we might be just pulling back. Okay, so if it somehow the number and outlook can get a little bit better than expected, we might see 195, 196. Let's just put 195 for now. Okay, let me see anything. See here, 155. So it might actually hit 155 but it can go as low as 148. Okay, but I think it might hit 155 more. Okay, 60% pullback, 40% bounce. Uber. So last time somebody, one of my viewer requested me to review this, and I say because it was oversold, most likely we have a bounce. So it did look like it coming up a little bit short of my expected prediction, but look like we have a short-term overbought. Long-term is still too high. Okay, so right now, let me see. Look like it's at its all-time high. So I'm thinking 60% of a pullback to maybe, let me see, I would say around 94 or even 93. Okay, at 60%, 40% of a bounce to probably, let's say, give it 5%, so 105 at 40%. Okay, 105, 60%, 93. Okay, let me see if anything else show up here. No, that's it for now. The channel and trend still intact, so maybe just a pullback, and that's it. Pfizer. So last I look at it at earning, I say most likely it will bounce to 24 and break out of this trend. It came back to test and then it bounced. All right, so it did. Now let's see what's going on. You can see that my rate is pretty high. And remember this, I'm just guessing here. Okay, I'm not that good. I'm just using the technical analysis to look at this and predict. Short term is oversold, long term getting oversold as well. Yeah, it doesn't look like the bear flag, but it's kind of went sideways, so it's neutralized that that effect. Short-term trend, this is tough one. But if I draw, it will be something. Oops, wrong. Something like this. Wow, it's really hard to draw this one. If we take a little bit longer term, look like it's gonna go this way or something like this. Yeah, this is really tough. Wow, it's a tough one. Or maybe, oh, okay, maybe like this. If I back out a little bit more, and then if I do this, okay, so look like something like this. All right. All right, so short-term oversold, long-term is oversold. I expect a bounce of 96%. I mean, sorry, 60% to 26. 40%, it will come back to 23. All right, so 60% of a bounce, 26. All right, I have share in Pfizer, so if it bounce, it will be great. But if it come back down to 23 and below, I will buy more. All right. Oh, I forgot to say, I saw someone mention about Michael Burry bought some call with Pfizer. I will check that later. Spotify. The last earning is actually fell and then bounced, but then came back. So you can see the green line still intact. All right, so let's see what's going on with this one. But even though it went sideways, the trend changed. So right now the trend is like something like this and like this. All right, so short term oversold, long term is trending oversold as well. So most likely we have a bounce to 700. Okay, as about 60%, 40%. It will pull back and test 617. All right. Okay, that's it for now. Marriott. You can see it's actually went sideways for the last 3-4 months, and it still stay in the trend long term. Okay, so it's kind of like this. And the green line will be the support of the channel. So basically it's just bouncing in between of the channel. Short term, a little bit oversold. Long term, a little bit oversold. So a bounce to 273 at 60%, 40%, we might break below and maybe test 244 or even 240 at 40%. $273, maybe it can actually come back to 283, 282 actually. Okay, so we got a ceiling right here and a support right here, but it might come down and hit this gap right here. Okay, I don't see anything else. All right, next we have Yum Brands. Did not really look at this one much. Okay, so this is like the support, right? It actually dipped below, came back and test. So here's the thing. Yesterday I was talking about a similar scenario where you can see it bouncing on this green line, but it broke below. It came back to test. Most likely it will come down it might hit 132 to test, to close this gap right here. Okay, so 132 at, I would give it 55% only, because it's oversold, it might bounce, so have more chance of a bounce. But because of the condition, I give it 55%, 45% of a bounce to 149, 150, make it, no, 149. Okay. See anything else on the chart? Nope, that's it. But if this break, we even go lower. It might even go lower to 126. All right, so we have to take a keep an eye on this. AMD, you see this? 140, 150. Now it's 259, 260. So it added like what? Almost 100%, almost double. Pretty wild. Okay, what's next for AMD? For the short term, we got something like this. Okay, so it's at the top of the channel, overbought. I would say 65%. It's gonna come down to at least 242, or if not, probably about 228. So 65%. 35%, if the number coming really good, it might hit higher and go to at least 290. So about 10% jump. Okay, from the chart I don't see much, but if I draw a trend line, okay, so it looked like we kind of went above the line, the resistance, and most likely it will come back to test, and if it does and fail, it will come down and maybe come back and test this previous high. So just something for us to keep an eye on, but I expect it to pull back tomorrow after hours. All right, next we have Arista Network. It bounced and hit my target and then went up a little bit after that, maybe like 5% to 7%. This is the trend right now. All right, so it's overbought, so 65% to 60%. A pullback to 144. And it might set is it all-time high? Look like it's gonna be all-time high if the number coming good again, but only about 35 to 40% to probably 175, 174. All right. So, if there's anything else I can look at, let me see. Look at the low and the low. Oh, so it actually, my head 136, 135. All right, and this is the line. Something for us to look at. 120 is to close a gap, so we just don't know. If something that the market doesn't like, it will take it down all the way to 120. AMGN look like it's kind of moved sideways. Over so short term, long term is actually still positive. So something like this. For the short term is a little bit hard to draw. So I would say something like this. I would say more chance of a pullback to, I would say, around 283. I would give it about 60%, 40% of a bounce, and it will test 312. Right? So right here, it looked like it got a bull flag, and then it bounced, but then it came back, and it bounced again. So yeah, it looked like it might even come down a little bit more. So we will see. All right, next we have suncor. A little bit overbought, short term, long term. Actually, a little bit of a soul. So I can say it kind of looked like a bear flag here. So I would give it more an overbought short term. So I would say it might come down to 36. At about 60%, 40% if the number coming better than expected, we might hit 42. Okay, and why? Right here. You can see all the pivot point at the top right here and right here, right here. So that is about a good level to hit. It might even come up and hit 43 as well, but we're not sure. More chance of a pullback. All right, next we have supermicro. All right. So when it was here, I expected a pullback to 45. It didn't pull back that much to 47, bounce a little bit, but the trend is still down. So the trend already changed a little bit. It need to, okay. So it need to really break above, or it will come down further, probably down to 44, 45. So I would say 45 will be my target for a pullback at about let me see, long term Okay, so I would say it's gonna be 55% only, because it's been a little bit oversold, more chance to the bounce. So I give it 55% of a pullback, 45% of a bounce to 59. All right, so let me see, it's anything else? Well, we have something like this here. So maybe 62, 63. If the number coming good, it might hit 63. Okay, and it is a long-term, I would say mid to long-term resistance. If it can break, then it will even go much higher, back to the 70 something. But we will see if the number coming hot, and the outlook and forecast is actually positive. It might even hit 63. So you know what? Let me put 63 then, because it might actually hit it or go above. But for 40, okay, so 45, 55%, 45% or about. All right. Thanks for watching. Please hit a like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.